greetings. Thank you for joining us. This is on Thanksgiving Eve. So we're going to go into messages and go into the Q&A. So blessings. Here we go. Greetings to you. This is Archangel Ariel. Yes, these are big times for your humanity. The building blocks of society is, as we just say, expect the unexpected. Of your there's a lot of turning points. That's why much is not being shown of where your world is going, because there's a lot of lessons to be learned, major ones. So of course the future is going to be a mystery, as that's the point where you're here to live to know yourself. If you can't see the future, connect to yourself. there's nothing more. Of course that's probably harder, as many are doing that right now, as many are being forced to know who they are in a deeper consciousness. As that's why many of you are in your awakening energies are here to assist those that have many blockages. You're here to break those blockages even for yourself, as you're here to bring in a new age, a lighter age. Not to say it's going to be more positive, because some aren't always that way when they're spiritual awareness. Some of them actually are more vicious, as some of you are already aware, because that's when magic starts to show itself. So that's where you're going into it, a time of the unknown. There's always going to be that, no matter what stage you are in dimensions. There's always going to be the unknown. There's always going to be some kind of mystery. It's just, that there's other beings out there that can see things clear, and you almost feel jealous of them, but then they don't see everything either on their side. They know there's others that see more than they do. So it goes on and on and on. So this is the time to better know your own direction, of course. What is it that you're hiding from yourselves? Which isn't always the easiest, as there's, inner blockages that we believe will be many will start to see more of their identity this coming year, where there's been a question mark of who they are. Blessings. Greetings to you. This is Anky with Anunnaki. We're going to go into a time of, you already have an awareness to a degree of how you're connected to other realities, other worlds. As that's going to become more part of your awareness, other versions of Earth have become more clear, especially those of you who are having dreams. Those dreams are going to increase, as means you're getting closer more to their energy field. As what they are warning in their reality, you're bringing into this reality. And some of those that are public figures, some of their politicians are connected to other versions of Earth, and you want to know their truth. Some of you go to other versions of Earth to see what they are up to. So, of course, you're not aware of that, but it's going to become more of that. Reality is going to burst through, you can say. Because there is other versions where there's, yes, advanced technologies, even as alien beings are aware of that, but we weren't fully aware of all the details. But you're going into an age where you have more awareness even than we have, because you are living here. This is part of this is your world. So you're bringing what you want, what you need, and the tools you need, either through fiction or through philosophy, whatever it might be. So, lessons. Greetings to you. This is Redmond with Sirius, or Sirius B, as some or is well-known star, but we connect to our Sirius, the constellation, all the energies of Sirius. Just say sacred geometry, yes, is many energy beings do take that form, or many beings combine themselves to create a sacred geometry form. And they're telling you something. Creation of life. They're giving you clues into your existence as just codes. As you go into forgetfulness, these codes are there to remember. As some of you have been in spirit, some of you have been in those type of shapes yourselves. And those beings have given you answers. So understand it's not going to be completely understood at this time by many. But you are clearing out a lot of, currently, there is a lot of time traveling energy that's happening at this point. You can call it interference also. That's why timelines have been moving around a lot recently. As time travelers have been coming in more than recent throughout this whole year, but definitely right now. You can say that some of them are moving. Yeah, they're doing things, but something for you to connect with. So we're here to answer your questions whenever you're ready.
Hello, greetings, Redmond. Blessings to you. That was very interesting with information about the time travelers. Wondering who's setting their agenda, but I'll probably get into that later. Yeah. Up first this evening we have Daria.
Well, hello.
Yes,
Kind of resonated pretty much in what I'm been experiencing now, which I'm seeing time travelers, quests, mazes, and everything. They're in my dreams. They're not living for a second. I have my daily life around, but I still tap into the other reality. I'm being kind of summoned somewhere, which I kind of feel. And yeah, it's for me to riddle up. My guide said, uh, my guide said I should decipher it cryptically, which I did. It's not everything, but I feel I'm kind of into it. So, what's your take on that?
Well, this is gonna. Well, I'm gonna give you a message from your guides. This might be more cryptic, but you're very connected to Stonehenge's energy.
Yeah.
So that place is like another seed point of humanity. Now the time travelers, yes, I believe that's where. Obviously, they don't want much of this out, but they block quite a bit of it. But yeah, they're more here than ever before. And I believe they do interfere with your energy sometimes. I believe you stop them, some of them.
Yeah, I kind of got even 10 minutes long messages, 15. Like they were going on and they couldn't stop talking and they were repeating the words and everything. And so they kind of program themselves into my subconscious or consciousness.
Yes.
So then when I live my life around outside the world, they would kind of send me messages throughout the frequencies around. So everything's like so good played out.
Yes, it's a lot of these beings there's in the alien reality, there's rules of what can be brought in as for information. As even the aliens are still trying to figure all this out.
Nice.
So they have to hold a lot back, as many of you know. But time traveling is a very sensitive subject, actually.
Yeah, of course. Well, anyways, I
Yes,
think it's, and would like to hear any other messages from my guides around.
Well,
Yeah.
yes, you are connected to the moon or the moon goddess energy. From other versions of Earth, not just this one, other versions of Earth you've been seen in the skies, flying, like hovering in the sky. People never knew what you were, but they just kind of appeared and disappeared. But this world, obviously, they're not ready for something like that just yet. But you also work with a lot of magician energies.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Not just time travelers do a lot of magician, wizard, not Merlin, but others that are actually more vicious than Merlin could ever be.
So there was a person in my life. I think he's a warlock somehow, but I'm just
Yes,
tapping into it. Yeah.
yes, but
Cool.
a small scale. What still a warlock? Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Thank you. Not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have fun. Blessings.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we have Emmy.
Hi, Ariel. How are you?
No, this is Redmond.
Oh, sorry, Redmond.
Yes.
My family.
Right. Yes.
So, Redmond, I was just wondering if you have any unique messages for me, or can tell me who's around me or who my guides are right now, even.
Well, I tell you, well, this is well, yes, we'll go into that. Your energy comes. It seems like you had a lot of police background in your previous incarnations.
Yeah.
Sometimes as a criminal or as a policeman, or both.
I can see that.
So, your guides are kind of guardians of both sides. So they're kind of like policemen themselves, you could say.
Oh.
There's an Al Capone energy that I believe you're still healing at this time. It's part of your energy, but also it's like a father figure too.
Oh.
And there's also another version of Earth where Al Capone ruled Cuba.
I can see that. I think he also died close by as well. I think there was a timeline where I was his daughter and I was him, and or I was one of his goons.
So that is energy of just you exploring all aspects of that reality. You want to know all about it. So it's just like you're living the library. Of course, living it isn't as easy as it sounds.
No.
It's incarnations like that. Or is like Al Capone's like a high for a lot of beings. Don't they look like they're high sometimes when they're doing their terrible things, or they're just having a blast. So that's their cocaine. Cocaine just keeps them going, but they are cocaine themselves.
So. Dopamine hit from risky behavior.
Yes. Of course, there's repercussions after that, but they don't care. There's yin and yang to everything.
I see that. I guess my second message is I know I always ask for jobs, but I've had a lot of talk with different recruiters, and I just had an interview today for like a remote job, kind of in software engineering development and all kinds of stuff for the government, and others that are locally and things like that. I'm just wondering if you see anything coming soon or a positive decision soon.
Well, it seems like it's going to be something local.
Okay.
Possibly before January.
That's always.
Or December. They're not really saying. It has a lot to do with budgets. Budgets aren't doing so well right now.
Yeah, I see that.
That's one of the reasons why you're having all of this. It's just the future is unknown, and they don't know who to hire at this time. So that has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, when they do, there's this prolonged process, or whatever. They want to add things on to the job requirements, and those take longer and things like that.
Yes.
In the meantime,
yes. If this was last year, it wouldn't have gone this long. Where you gone through this? But it seems like also your timeline jumping. Also, it looks like you're looking for something, but they're not saying what. Of course, they're not going to. Of course, they're not going to say it here either.
I'm looking for a job.
Well, no, but it's on a spiritual level too.
Yeah.
Like you're looking for knowledge. Yeah.
Purposeful and exciting and useful to a degree to humanity, I guess, as much as I can through within my realm.
Yeah, astrally it's more exciting, of course.
Yeah, it's always exciting. My astrals are crazy.
Yes.
I have one last question before I'm done. I'm sorry for this third question, this is probably like really personal. But last night I had a dream that there was like this weird lump coming out of my boob. It wasn't like a tumor thing, but it was just coming out of my boob, the bottom left boob.
I think that was only like fear of having health issues.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can also say it's a being around you that's pulling that fear through you, like an astral mother figure. That's kind of, I would say, annoying.
Yeah. Okay. I'll sage my it for my space. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we have Stephen.
Hello, Redmond.
Yes, greetings to you.
Greetings to you. How you doing?
Doing well.
Sweet, much love to you. I was wondering, since we have y'all here, I would love if you could connect in deep into my Sirius connections. Maybe like more like my first or second lifetimes. Any info you can bring through it as something out there. Thank you.
Well, I do see like Men in Black connections of protecting worlds from themselves, as they're doing with this one. Now, there's a lighter side of it, of course, but you're part of many worlds, I'll call them primitive worlds, that are still going through there. So there are worlds that you're guarding, they're not fully in their awakened state either, that you're assisting. I didn't say it's through the Men in Black, but that's part of it. There's other galactic alliances where you allow certain technologies to come in, but you kind of slow. It's like baking a cake, or you're going really slow with society. You don't want to, like this place, you want to. Everyone's on hovercrafts, and all of a sudden there are things they can't handle just yet. So that's where the science of society is what you're working on, of what society can handle. It seems like there's several worlds that you're assisting at this time. Like a commander, you can say, on a ship. They're not saying what, but because alien beings want to speed things up, and you say you can't. There's ways of going about it, but you have to plant an idea and let it grow for a while for someone to create. Like with the car, create an old car, allows some people to develop it, and then over time it gets stronger. And that type of thing. That's the type of thing that you do on other planets at this time. That's all they're showing at this moment. Yeah, they're kind of mysterious of all of that, but I thought it's 3 or 4 worlds that you're working with at this time, at the same time. Blessings.
Sweet blessings. Second question is, I'll just leave it open, connect with my Pleiadian energies, or just anybody. Thank you.
It seems to be Arcturian energies that are working with you at this time. There's also a rabbit energy. So you talk to the rabbits. Yeah, there's rabbits there in your place, I believe, right? And you do communicate with them, but they might look like little guys here, but in the astral, they're tall. Some of them are really freaky looking, like in that one of those movies. Yeah, kind of like a. So yeah, they show up as animal form, but they're a bunch of tall, strange-looking beings.
Yeah, that's awesome. Man. I see them all the time in my job. I mean, they'll run from my vehicles and stop, like, hey, what's up? Like they're talking to me, but they're small little animals here.
Yeah, they're just like, they just see you as one of they see you as one of them. So in astral, you are a big bunny too, that you appear to them, and you have conversations with them, and it's about what's happening with the world, of course, what you're doing. astral. Yeah, they say they can't go into detail, but they would like an alien ship with a bunch of rabbit people just coming off. Just that would make people feel even more bizarre. So that's in the cards one day in your future, or the world's future for that matter. So they're not saying when, but you'll definitely be a part of that train. So.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I had a dream I was at a house and a whole bunch of bunnies showed up out of nowhere. Like the whole house was filled full of them. So that'd be pretty interesting connection and contact.
Yeah, there's some that read the newspaper, some are smoking, some are, there's different realities where they're very human-esque. So, yeah. So
awesome. Blessings.
Very cool. It sounds like a cute painting.
Yeah.
All right. Up next, we have Silverclaw.
Hello, Redmond.
Yes, greetings to you.
Greetings. My first question. So, would this Cash App for sending and receiving cash, like online, that someone told me about, be a good idea?
Yes, we don't see any difficulties with it.
Mm-hmm.
We won't have any issues overall. Yeah, looks fine.
Like, is there any way like I could be detected or anything? I mean, I doubt it, but I figured I'd.
No, there's easier ways to. No, don't worry about it.
Okay. Like, is PayPal like the same thing as this app that I was told about?
I feel like the Cash App's a little bit better than that. It's more secure.
Okay. I get terrible signal where I live and work, so I found a car antenna on Amazon, and I want to know if this antenna will actually increase my bars enough to receive authentication codes and phone calls that might require cell phone signal. Would it be worth buying?
Is it like a repeater or something around those lines?
It's like an antenna, and it comes with you're supposed to attach it to a modem. Turn your car on.
They'll have a repeater. I believe it'll be more. Well, you could try it. It's not really giving us any details if it'll work or not. It's like 50-50. It will and it won't. So you have to try it out to really know.
Well, what did you say before? A computer?
No, it'd be 50-50.
Mm-hmm. No, I think you said something else would be better. I think you said computer.
Well, there's a repeater, but that's a repeater that you hook up to your modem.
Oh, a repeater. Okay, I understand. I'll look into what that is.
It extends Wi-Fi.
I mean, do you see anything out there that I could buy that would actually increase my bars, though? Is there something for my situation?
Well, just use what you're looking for right now. Just try what you have at this time.
Okay.
That's all we have information on. So.
Interesting. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we have Dragon. Is Dragon in the room? All right. Well, coming back to Dragon. So we'll move on to Marvin then.
Greetings, Redmond. How you doing tonight?
Doing well. Blessings.
For my first question, our last, webinar, I asked Ivan about was I getting any downloads and stuff. I'm trying to figure out why am I getting scratched from the Palladians, and does it have something to do with the sacred geometry and me looking at these beings?
Look at the things in the sky, or looking at what things?
The Daniel Nimitz pictures, the dark matter, the dimensional beings.
Oh yeah. Well, it seems like you open those realms when you go into astral. It seems. So you said are the Pleiadians ones scratching you? Or I don't believe it's the Pleiadians.
Yeah, they said he said it was the Pleiadians ones that was touching my eyelids and touching my face. Then they said they wanted to scratch me. So was that a positive, or does they get a tint? What?
It's a scratching or from a different being. Those are the beings from dark matter. So those are the ones that some of them are reptilian. Yeah, the touching your eye is Palladian. The scratching is from somebody else.
So is it like familiar message when I look at the sacred geometry, or is it something like you're not supposed to be looking at?
No, you can look at the sacred geometry. Yeah, it's just when you look at it, you open up different realms you're not aware of. It opens up all kinds of things: dark, middle, positive, light, everything.
Well, does that kind of put a dark? Well, some of them look familiar because that's just me on the feeling and stuff. So by me having this connection or awakening, does that like gives alert to them, or does that let them know?
Yes, they're aware. Yes.
So that could be a double-edged sword, right?
Well, it draws them even closer to you. Yes. Yeah. So, but even those that aren't aware, it draws them beings to them, but they're not aware of who's around. They have no idea. Sometimes they feel sick. They don't know why they feel sick. At least you know where it's coming from.
Okay. Because sometimes I got a message when I was at the gas pump, and it was I think it was 3.339, and it was 6.66.0, and I was like, it was some type of. I was going to write it down, but I didn't really. I knew it was a message or a download, but I didn't really get what was that.
Well, it's like it's a confirmation what you are connecting to is what it's confirming that you are connecting what you feel like you're connecting to. So yeah, you're connecting to an odd amount of astral beings, it seems. But you're going into another side of astral too, of yourself. You're going further into your understanding. So
okay, for my second question, can you give me a little bit more clarity on, I guess, this ascension that I'm going, I guess, awakening and stuff? Because sometimes I could be looking at a certain pattern, or I have this artistic thing. I haven't been drawing a lot lately, but normally when I see different figures, a pattern of natural and stuff, I kind of, what's name, forms it. I guess that's my form of gift and stuff, that I can actually see patterns, I can see faces, I can see different,
Yes.
And so.
Yeah, so plasma beings is what you're attracting to you at this time.
So is that a positive or negative, or do they have a message?
It's a little bit of both. Some of those beings are connected to your sun. So plasma beings there's all types. So it just seems like you have assortment that you're trying to figure out. It's like you're in a forest at this time. Forest of plasma beings. And they are kind of draining you a little bit, but you're learning from them too. So I believe you're okay.
Can I ask for clarity for one of them tonight without the touching and the scratching?
Yes. Well, they might show a face, possibly. They can form a face. They can form. It's almost like a moving painting. That's what they can do.
So. Well, not to see it, I guess, while I'm woke, but can they still communicate while I'm asleep? Yeah, they can communicate at any time, yes. They're a little bit touchy on how they communicate, but yes, they can do that, yes. Is this one that's a positive that's coming out the light? Can give me, I guess, a little bit more definition of what's going on, and is this for my ascension, or is this just curiosity? No, that's for your ascension. Yes, you have been a plasma being yourself. You're part of also the particles that create worlds. You've been yourself too. So that's why some planets you might be very connected to. You might feel like for example, if you have a thing for Venus or Mars, most likely you're part of that energy source. For example. I don't know. It always happens on a full moon. So what is that on a full moon? And I'm trying to end on that note, because most times, most of my encounters or occasions that do get riled up is always on a full moon. But I'm not sure. It could be that's when your energy is at the most, at its highest point. So okay. Blessings. Thank you, Redmond.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we have Liz.
Hello.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings. I had a dream with a person that I met when I was a child or a teenager, like 11, 12, 15 years old. And he lives in Peru, has a family there. I've been seeing him since I was 15. So I dream with this person, and can you tell me anything about it?
Well, it seems like this person is going through a lot of worry at this time due to the state of the world. I believe it's because of the financial reasons and health reasons, but I feel it's because the world's kind of at its grip at this time, especially in that area of the world. So it just feels like there's a lot, and the pressures from family, for what I can see. So they're connecting you in astral for just astral assistance. That's all. That's what we see.
Interesting. Okay.
Seems like the pole shifts are happening there, or energy shift. It feels like it's a pole shift. So.
Pole shift there. Yeah. Well, it's Peru, and you know where everything happened before.
Yeah, it's not happening. Yeah, there's not going to be earthquakes around the world just yet, but there is a pole shift going on. That's what they're feeling. So.
He has energy, right? Energetic. Okay. Interesting. I felt like a distant brother. Like that kind of a brotherly love for him, or something like that.
No, this is a past life connection. Oh, that's an Aztec connection you have with him.
The Aztec. Okay. Interesting. And can you give me any updates now? What's going on Astro, my mission?
There is some beings that you're dealing with that's kind of, well, we see like robotic beings that you're confronting, AI. Well, they call it like the Decepticon beings, is what I see. But that's like from the cartoon. Your Transformers cartoon. So they're, you can say kind of like archonic beings that you're dealing with at this time, an astral, that are, I feel more curious about this reality than interfering. Seems like they're observing more than they're looking at their work. But in your energy, it seems like you're guiding a lot of souls that are very lost at this time. More souls are getting lost more and more every day. More than ever before. So you're bringing assistance to that. For those that want assistance, of course.
Interesting. So I'm looking up the sky right now. I'm outside and see there is I'm sorry, the third question, but is there a ship right above me?
Feels like Palladian. There are reptilians around, but they're kind of keeping them away by having their presence there.
Yeah, I see the ship. Yeah. I see the ship right now.
Yeah, I feel like it's above your house, actually.
It's very, very big. It's above my house.
Feels like there's 3 crew members. Yes, they are wearing jumpsuits, as you would see. I feel like they're Nordic beings. They are curious of this world. They're of how it got to where it's at right now. It could have avoided all of this, but choose not to. So they're observing how it got to where it is today. So they go through history a lot and look through it. Even like many of you go to school, you can't understand things. Well, they can't understand humans either.
Oh yeah, well we cannot understand ourselves. So.
Exactly. But that's why you're here teaching them how to understand you, even if you don't understand you or humanity itself.
Yes. So. Well, after, let's see, 78 genes of every body in the galaxy.
Yes.
And it is a mess.
Yes. So even alien beings, yes, they do understand this world, but they don't understand everything. Yeah. And because they're in their world, they're in their mindset. This world is so different. They might as well incarnate as a human if they want to understand everything completely.
Oh, don't fall for that trap.
Exactly.
Don't fall
Won't
for
have
the
many
trap.
answers. It'll take forever to get answers that way too. So that's why you are here. You're awakening to connect with them and be more aware of them, so you can help them more. So that's what this is about. So
Thank
to
you
help
so
them
much. Yeah.
to heal their fear, because they have fear too. They have
Yeah.
it. See, it's not all fearless. No, it's not like your world's fear, but still, the human is still a wild animal, basically.
Yes, definitely. The body is animal entirely.
Yes. So.
Thank you so much.
Yes, blessings.
Hey, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we have Tristan.
Greetings, Redmond.
Greetings to you.
You just said to Liz that as we go along in this ascension, we're more able to explain to people what being human is and what this world is.
Yes.
Does that mean that? Since I consider in my ascension, I'm still at like no. Don't see anything, don't hear anything. I'm open to it, but it's not coming. I can't see spaceships above my house. Should I be further along in my ascension? That's not question.
Well, you would be doing those things if it was just do what you're doing now. Or what you're doing now, you're doing what they say on your world, the highest good. That's all that matters. That's how you serve humanity, of keeping your sanity. That's kind of important right now, because many are not doing that so well at these times, especially in these times.
Yeah.
So just doing your everyday thing is what matters most at this moment.
I can do that.
Yes, because all these things, you would be looking out for them, spaceships, you'll be looking for that if you need it in your life right now. But you're still working on your life. That's all that matters.
Good.
So, yeah, you're not doing anything wrong.
Yeah, no. Okay, good. And do I have a serious connection with you guys?
There's a dolphin connection. You're also connected to Syrian elves. There's elf worlds that you're connected to. There's several of them. There's some small elves, tall elves, but I feel like sometimes with the shorter elves that are connected to Syrian worlds. It's just the vibrations of the planet. And even there, you weren't looking for spaceships or anything like that either. You're just being who you are. If a spaceship shows up, great. If not, that's okay too. So, yeah, you have the same kind of energy you do on other planets. You're not looking for things either.
Yeah.
So you just do your thing.
Just do my thing, yeah. Well, that's the question comes because it's like I'm going, well, if something showed up, I wouldn't freak out. I'd go kind of
exactly.
Oh, hi, okay, but nothing showed up. So I'm like, okay, well, shouldn't it have if my fear is gone of all that? Why haven't I seen anything? But
well, it's not time yet. See, they can show up and give you a download of who they are and give a download of who you are too, pretty easily without any. And so you mastered a lot more than you might realize. For others are nowhere near where you're at this point. They see a ship, they'll get scared, and that'll be the end of it. You'll never see them again. They'll turn white, and they'll never change another color for a very long time. So you actually developed a lot more than you realize. So
okay, good.
Yeah, you have the more important things at this time.
Yeah, like making pasta. So
exactly. Yeah, do your everyday chores. Do what you have to do. That's there's no wrong in any of that.
No. Okay, thank you so much. Blessings.
All right, beautiful blessings. Next, we have Christie.
Greetings, Redmond.
Greetings to you.
So my first question, I was wondering what me and Hayden have been doing in astral, because we've needed a lot of sleep lately.
Yeah, I've been connecting to the Zetas a lot recently. There's been a lot of their. It seems like a lot of your energies as Zetas have been in the New York City area. So New York City is going through a lot of pain, a lot of everything. So that seems to be where it feels like. Also, you're working on removing the mayor there eventually. In New York City, eventually that's going to be changed. But you feel like you're assisting with transition. They're not going into full details of that, but it seems like it's mostly around New York City at this time. And Canada, too. There's a lot going on there that's not publicized.
Like the government stuff or what?
The government stuff, yeah.
Like presidential stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Or
yeah.
MIB stuff?
Mm. Yes, there's a lot of secret space program connected to your New York City. Some of your government officials are being beamed up, you can say, into ships and having conversations, things like that.
And me and Hayden are like the Zetas on the ship?
Yeah, but you also take different forms. You have a Palladian form. You have different forms where you talk to different government officials, it seems.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. Okay, and so my second question is, today earlier, I was feeling like, I don't know, not good, like some kind of an attack or something like that. And then I thought, was I having like a hybrid kid? I didn't know, because it was like my lower stomach, and then I had like cold sweats, like I was gonna like pass out. You know how you feel like that? So I didn't know that happened all of a sudden too. So I didn't know what was going on with that.
Well, it does seem like there's some hybridization energy, but I just see a squid energy connected to that too. Like the squid beings are helping you with the hybridization. Either you have hybrid kids with the squid people, that's for you to connect with. Their presence there is very strong.
Is that a squid head person like
yes.
that? Like
yes.
From Mars? That yes. guy?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's not good though, right?
No, squids aren't bad.
That's okay.
I mean, people. Yeah, there's different types of squid people. There's good, there's bad, there's all different types.
It's not a negative experience or anything.
No, we're not saying negative. No.
Okay, all right. I wonder why I was drawn to them then. The squid.
Well, you've dealt with the negative ones. Yeah, of course you're going to be. You've dealt with the negative ones, and they're not pleasant to be around.
No.
So yeah, it makes sense why I bring up. So it's like when people are reptilians, bring up reptilian people get get uneasy. So it's the same thing with the squid people. Yeah. So yeah, no, we don't feel this is a negative connection. Feel it's actually healing that connection actually.
Oh, good. Something that'll help me balance out probably the energy from the past. Something.
Yes, because the squids can really take advantage of people, and you've already seen all that.
Yeah, suck the life out of you.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Hayden is saying, "Yeah, huh?"
Exactly. So.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, blessings.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. Dragon's back, so Dragon's up next.
Hi, how you doing?
Yep.
Well, I was in La La Land. Had to drop off for a second. Who are you?
Redmond from Sirius.
Okay. Hi. So my first question is, I've been noticing a lot more life force energy. So intense to the point it's almost like a sexual life force energy seeming pervading the air, and it's gotten the air seemingly has gotten lighter. Like not the air, but like the energy out there has seemingly gotten lighter and more life force and sexual in nature. And there has been some clearing in my life, but I don't think it's completely that. May have made me a little more sensitive. Is there something going on that's creating this increased life force and lighter energy right now?
Well, there's a lot of fairy energies there at this time, and there are, there's a lot of there's a timeline shift with fairies. I feel like they're assisting, helping souls find like a Cupid energy going on right now, and that's a great this is basically because they're coming into the new year, So this is when usually people have, begin to want to have children and things like that. So that's what you're feeling. And there's not just that; it's also just a shifting of dimensions and you're going into a major time change, as you can see. So
it's just kind of like an energy that is a precursor of that change, kind of feeling it coming.
Well, you're coming into a new timeline that this world has not really experienced before. Yeah, this is totally different what you've had in the past.
With all this life force and life force is a sexual energy too, so it has that feeling to it.
Yes.
Creativity, all that.
Yes.
I'm wondering if someone's gonna found a cure for AIDS or something. Like what would be that intense?
They already have that, but it's not publicly.
They're probably scared of the outcome if people find out AIDS is gone.
Yes, and same as the situation you're going through now. They already have a cure for that too. So
right,
the cure is made before the virus.
Cool. Not cool, but cool.
Yeah.
So, also, I guess for my second question, are there any messages for me?
There are some Syrian councils you are connected to. Has to do with mathematics. Has to do with putting things together, puzzles together, in your reality. Shifting dimensions. The shift that you're feeling is also that you have been shifting dimensions recently because you have a time traveler energy that you're connecting to every once in a while. You fire it up. Now you do time traveling through astral, but sometimes you truly go out of body from what we're seeing. And I feel like you're doing a lot of that recently. It has to do. There is kind of like a timeline war going on currently. So that's all I can say at this time.
That makes sense. I've been kind of shifting between not wanting to sleep much and then needing a lot of sleep.
Yes.
It really depends on whether I'm avoiding what's going on in astral or not.
Yeah, there's a lot of politics in astral too, not just here. So.
All right. Well, thanks. Love.
Yeah, when you said the increase in activity of time travelers, I was thinking about that timeline war going on in astral. It seemed to bring an unfair advantage to if they were to be picking sides.
Yeah, they switch sides. There's a lot of switching sides at this time.
Yeah, sounds a little over our head at the moment.
It is. Well, that doesn't mean you can't tap into it if you want to.
Yeah. Well, but for the time being, up next we have Kevin.
Area.
Yes.
How are you doing? Does that make sense? I tried to say something in the light language.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Do you have any messages for me?
Yes, you are connected to a lot of what seems like a lot of Arcturian light language you're connected to. You see you connected to a cow being, a cow race. I know it's something you're probably not doing in your physical, but it seems like you're connected to their knowledge in the astral. That's like the last place some people would go for knowledge, at least in the physical. There's a place that you're going to for sacred energy, for yourself too, for your own health. It seems like they're very knowledgeable about health as they're very connected to your planet. They're kind of like shamans.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Yes.
So, do you have any other messages about work situation we find, anything like that?
Well, yeah. So we'll go to what you're looking for. It will take some time, but I believe you will accomplish what you're here to accomplish.
Okay.
If there's more detail you want to go into that, you can.
Yeah, the thing that Dragon said about the energy increase, I've been feeling that as well sometimes. Not all the time, but especially this month, like I'll be like at work and it'll feel like I'm just on psychedelic drugs all the time when I'm not. I'm just be walking around and be like, I feel so different right now.
Well, that's some of that energy that you're bringing in yourself too for a change. So many of you are here to bring in new energies, and that's what you're doing. So you bring in that psychedelic energy into this reality. It's not psychedelic; it's new energy for the Earth.
Mm-hmm.
It's just with the shift. It's like seeding the Earth, you could say.
Mm-hmm.
It's just quietly. That's all.
Do you have any messages about my connection to anything like dolphin collectives? I've been thinking about that recently.
Well, yes, it's a healing energy. That's for you to go higher in astral. So you connect to the dolphins, so you can go to unknown places in astral you have not been to before. So, and sometimes you bring in energies to the Earth that you don't even know. You forget where they came from, but really overall they're fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to say about anything from the Palladians?
Only that they're just around you a lot. That's all. They're just observing. They're not really saying anything.
Yeah. I have a lifetime or an incarnation as like an elf being in like the Middle Earth, like Lord of the Rings. Can you tell me about that?
One moment. One moment. There isn't a whole. One moment. There's not a whole lot coming in for that at this time.
Okay.
It's being blocked at this time. So, yes.
Interesting. All right. Well, I'll think about that myself. But do you have any other messages?
No, that's all we have. That's all.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we have James.
Hello.
Yes, greetings.
Can you tell me about if I'm more connected to Artemis or Lilith at this time? Any messages from them or anything about my Sirian connection to them?
Well, Artemis is, yes, a family energy that's been connected to for some time. It goes through past lives. Basically, I believe Artemis is one of the reasons you came into this world, into this incarnate, or even this incarnation now, it seems. Or at least Artemis gave you a path for it. Seems like, and Lilith is like assisting you throughout this incarnation. So kind of like staying with you through it. Of course, Artemis is also, so Lilith is closer to you. Like Lilith is always there. Artemis is there, but sometimes there and not there. So, a moment. And Sirian energies are mostly about, healing the oceans, but you spend most of your lifetime or a good deal underwater, of course. So you're still healing a lot of that because Sirius has a lot of their problems here, especially in the politics that's going on right now. As underwater beings can be very heavy with their energies. So that's what's a lot of that's happening at this point. So blessings.
Oh, you talking about my Sirian connection to about more my spider or scorpion side in Sirius?
Is it the spider side or
spider or scorpion?
Well, the spider is there for life, for continuation. You can say it's about time travel. It's also for different realities. The spider can open up different realities constantly. The scorpion is about just shifting realities. Just go from one reality to the other to another. So yeah, the scorpion is like all these animals help the earth in its shift. So the spider is actually helping the earth ground at this time. Stay where it needs to. Because some beings can come in and shift your reality completely. So a lot of animals here, most of them, are here to ground you, keep you in this reality. Or keep the planet in this reality. Keep it on axis. So, blessings.
Thank you.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we have Retro.
Hello.
Yes, greetings.
I just want to leave it open for any messages to come through.
One moment. It seems like there's Martian energies that you're healing at this time. It's connected to the elite that are, you say, assisting this Earth. Like some of them are Martian, the new elite that's assisting the planet at this time. And also you're working with you're working with your own magic, but it's like Martian magic that you work with. I'm not sure if you do any magic right now, but it seems like you are connected to that
Martian magic.
Martian energy, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
The second question is, I've been lately doing a lot more intrusive thoughts to kind of like nervous energy. Do my guides give me energy tips to how to deal with that in the moment?
Oh, the nervous energy that's going on? Yeah, because it has to do with the shift that's going on. The shift is bringing in beings that are very self-conscious, only care about themselves. So you're feeling a lot of them around you recently. So to heal that, yeah, it's going to kind of, it seems like there's a lot of them that are coming. Whatever you're connected to at astral, that's where you're feeling all these beings. It's like a hallway of the beings are just coming and going constantly, at least right now. It has to do with the shift that's going on, of course.
Is there a way to like, do my guides have any way of like mitigating the symptoms, like intrusive thoughts and all that?
If you want to change your timeline to do things, find something to do differently than what you like they say, don't do the same thing every day. Go somewhere or try to shift the energy yourself. I believe it's connected to your mindset. Something in your mind has to be healed, like a past life energy that you feel that's coming from. It's like almost like you're a magnet to them. Like something in your past is pulling them towards you. So it was actually an Arcturian lifetime, what I can see. When you're an Arcturian being. And it's just, it wasn't exactly a positive incarnation either, from what I see. It was like more of a neutral lifetime, but it seems like more of one that was a little bit sinister. And so you're connecting, those beings that you're connected to on another star system are now here, but they weren't always here in the past.
All right.
So,
okay, thank you. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we have Andrew.
Hi, greetings.
Yes, greetings.
My first question is, this week my mom and I went on a couple walks, and the first time we saw a cardinal, and then the second time we saw two cardinals in the same place and a woodpecker, and like we never noticed birds. So I just wanted to know like if there was any meaning to that.
Well, it shows that you're connecting more to spirit. It's them showing you that you're on your way to understanding more. So they're just kind of giving indication that you're on the right path for your spiritual development. That's all. Just go about it lightly as you feel is right for you. But they're just, and expect more of that too. I believe a lot of that's coming from spirit. There's this, spirit beings that are connecting to you.
That's cool. Thank you. And then I didn't have another question, so just if there's any messages, please.
Well, you're doing a lot of timeline changes, it seems. You are healing your self-confidence, and what you do is also channeling ability when your time is right for it. But right now, just do things that you feel that fulfills you in your direction. Education, spirit, energies, if you wish to, but do whatever that you feel is right for you, because that's you following your path, whatever that your heart is speaking to you at this time.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you. Blessings.
Yeah, very cool. Blessings. Up next, we have Love Coffee. Oh, wait, did she just type something here? 1 second. Yeah, if you wanted to type something in the chat, La Coffee, I could read it for you. But up last this evening is me then. So if you can get your questions in after mine, I could read them for you. So while we wait for the coffee, I'll just ask my question then.
Yes.
The other night during the dragon channeling, they mentioned how when we incarnate, our God source essence is hijacked and used by other Orion and other beings to further control us. In some cases, taking our memories and experiences and making it their own. Can you explain the nature of our connection with these beings that are carrying our soul essence and how to reclaim it back?
It's not everyone they do this to, but certain ones, those are, you can say, trapped in your matrix. Those are the ones that they mostly feed off of. Those of you that are in an awakening state, that's what they're losing their grip on. So it's like a contract with you. So as you continue in your awakened state, they lose their power here, basically.
So are these just beings that were already existing before that took the energy, or they use the energy to create new beings with?
Oh, they do. It depends on if you allow them to create new beings. You don't always allow them. Some beings do. Some people do, just to see what they'll do. So sometimes, and that's where cloning comes from.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so that's
what
where
I was kind of leaning towards.
Yeah, so that's where so most of you brought your energy back to yourself, and that's why you're in this awakened state at this time. But many have a long ways to go, and some of you are just experimenting to see what they'll even do. So,
okay,
so you can go and shut it down if you want to.
Interesting. All right, yeah, I was just thinking another way of reclaiming our sovereignty if that was as prevalent, but it seems like it's more towards the susceptible ones that are, not aware of anything of what's going on, which is a good majority of us. So, it's probably a lot more normal than usual. Something we should probably be looking into, but I don't know how you get the people that are suffering from it to become aware of it or come around to it.
They snap out of it eventually. Some do go through, sometimes some do drug overdoses or something that almost kills them to awaken them, or get into a relationship like with a psychopath. Sometimes they deliberately do that to wake themselves up.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's their process, their journey. Whatever it's got to take for them. All right. Well, for my second question, I get a lot of messages saying that I'm helping people in astral and mentoring people. And I'm wondering, am I a spirit guide for other humans here? And if so, how many and how do I appear to them?
Well, it seems like you assist a lot of people that are Arcturian-like. Because they're a lighter energy doesn't mean they're always the easiest to deal with. Some of them are very analytical in their minds. It seems like Jordan Peterson, for example, I feel like you're around his energy sometimes.
Oh, cool.
That's a soul that needs still a lot of healing, as you can probably see.
Yeah, he's doing good work, but yeah, he's always being attacked. Yeah.
The soul still has it's hacked, and also the soul progression sometimes a little bit more than you can handle. So that's a good. I believe you are around that being at times when you can be around them. But there are other, if you're around a lot of Arcturian beings, even like indigo children you're around, it seems those are already awakened to help them in their awakened state to continue them, even for their parents to wake up to this is an awakened child or a spiritual child. So you're part of that process also.
Do I have different forms I take when I appear to different people, or do they all kind of know me the same?
Well, yes, take sometimes of like a Buddhist energy, sometimes an Indian energy, sometimes you take, sometimes Asian. Yeah, you change your
whatever
race.
makes them comfortable. All right.
Sometimes you show up as a dog. Like kids like animals, so yeah, something like that.
All right, very cool. All right, well, let me see if the coffee typed in her questions real quick. Her first question, she writes, is what am I here for? Like, what is my purpose?
Well, your purpose is being you right now. Studying, it seems like just education of what you want to accomplish. If it's spirituality, research spirituality. Whatever you want, whatever that drives you is to research that. And that will show your purpose. It's whatever's in your heart at this time. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Our second question. Are there any beings or spirits here in my grandpa's house? And if so, what type of beings and spirits or entities?
Well, there are some reptilian beings that do appear, but they're like guarding the place and they are haunting it. So they are keeping beings out. But there is a lot of alien energy. There's some Palladian energies that does appear there. So there are vortexes there. So there are various different beings that come and go. So yeah, he left a lot of energies there, but so a lot of different diverse energies. So it's yeah, it's a little bit of everybody, it seems, that passes through. But reptilians seem like they're actually protecting it. And one moment. Of course, your grandfather's energy is still there. Blessings.
Hey, blessings. Thank you, Redmond, again for coming in. Blessings to you.
Thank you. Yes, blessings to you all. All right. All right. Thank you. All right. Blessings. All right. Good holiday.